Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to talk about the issue about connecting with a dog. The issue about, when you're dealing with behavioral issues, and this issue about, relationship, and the thing with, how we see dogs through emotion. Okay, how we, get a dog to meet our needs, but in terms of how people connect at that level versus, again, what I advocate in terms of just like being a parent, connecting at a deeper level. And this is where, again, in terms of when people see what I do, and don't get me wrong, it can be very difficult at times because I'm dealing with the worst of the worst all the time in terms of dogs that have gained a lot of control, aggressive dog situations. It takes a form of an intervention. It really is more owner focused than dog focused because it's understanding how the perceptions of the dog change that way in terms of advocating and bringing people into proper alignment, okay, in terms of how they're connecting that way, how they're interacting that way. But in terms of this whole issue about emotion, okay, and this is a thing that sometimes people have trouble with, even when they see with what I do, because people will look at me and say, well, Dale doesn't even like dogs, based on, what I do. No, it's completely opposite, okay, is that in terms of relationship, in terms of connecting at a deeper level, that's what I'm seeking, okay? I'm seeking to advocate in a way that's going to bring people into harmony, okay, through nature with their dogs, so they gain, okay, true fulfillment, okay, in terms of really connecting, bonding with their dog the right way. And so that is my focus. And it's no different than, again, when and this happens, the dogs that I really, and again, just like going through a relationship issue, okay, and this is the way to think of it. If you're a parent, right, and there's times that you've had to deal with a difficult problem with your child, okay, but you work through it because you love, that's the point, you love your child. You don't, you don't ignore it, or you don't, just don't deal with it or make it about you. Okay, what a good parent does is say, I love my child so much, we're going to work through this. We're going to work through this so we can have a better relationship, so they can be a better individual. Okay, so that's love. So the issue about the context of, of love, of connection, it's about, the ability to be able to see beyond just yourself, to say, this is about a mutually beneficial relationship where, in terms of my dog, they're not going to be stressed out. They're not going to be, unhappy in terms of, biting somebody, or, I can really enjoy my dog. I'm not, walking on eggshells, avoiding certain situations. I want my dog to be, to be good, so that I can truly enjoy the relationship the right way. But that's the whole thing, is being able to work through things. You have to understand, that's why I keep talking about a process that advocates the right way. Just like being a parent, aligning with the right parenting style. And so the issue about, moving through things, yes, it can be difficult, but this is why I talk about this issue about the agreeableness of dogs, making sense to a dog. So, reconciling, how you're engaging a process to advocate and come out on the other side of things the right way. So I just put it out there that I do love dogs, okay? But in terms of striving for a better relationship, this is where people will look at, and they'll look at a process and they'll see what I'm doing is different, but they're not thinking about coming out on the other side where you're going to be at. Just like, understand, just like being a parent, I love you to death, but don't be fooled. Like, and I don't mean that in an abusive way, but it's like you have to advocate properly, and that gives a child comfort, okay, knowing that you're advocating the right way as a parent, because it's and again, in the society we're in now, things have gotten so twisted up that, and people wonder why there's so many problems. Well, it's about the right order of things, okay? And it's not about being tyrannical either. People look at even what I do and say, well, that appears tyrannical by way of control, what he's doing. No, it's part of the process, okay? Understand that as a dog begins to, the perception of a dog changes, okay, through a process which is temporary, then everything goes away. Everything, it's the leashes, the devices, crates, all those things can fade out because it's only temporary. It's about, engaging the process in a way that's going to truly change the perceptions of the dog the right way. So again, I encourage people to really think about the whole context of relationship, what love really is, coming out on the other side of things. Because here's the thing, is you could take a hold of what's very popular by way of this superficial process, just the way all these trainers are motivating these dogs to respond. They're just selling it that way. There's no depth. It's all based on assumptions and appearances, and then you're still left dealing with all these behavioral issues because the perceptions of the dog haven't even changed, and then you're caught up in your emotions, right? And you're connecting in a way, but it's exclusive to you. It's not beneficial to the dog. Okay, the dog's stressed out, and you're still dealing with a dog that is not happy that way. Well, that's not good. Okay, that's not what you should be striving for. You should want a good relationship for both you and your dog. So again, I just put out there that this is something for people to think about. When you look at my stuff, just look beyond appearance of things and think about the other, coming through a process where you're at, because again, that's the greatness of the relationship with dogs is getting that level where you're connecting at a deeper level. You get to know your dog so much better. Just like, coming through something with a child, it forms a type of bond. It really does. Because you get to know each other, but you're doing what you have to because you care. That's the difference. It's not like you're being abusive. You're saying, we have to work through this. I'm going to do what's reasonable. The child's going to be, accepting, agreeable to that. You may have your moments where, of course, they're not going to be, too agreeable. But, the thing is down the road, and this is when, the kids get older and they look back on it and said, mom or dad, they did the right thing. I wasn't abused as a child, saying I wasn't abused as a child. They work through it because they love me, and you can probably laugh about it, probably take a little while to laugh about it, but you can laugh about it at some point, depending on the situation, what the situation was. But again, understand that it's all about truly caring the right way. You have to put your emotions in check. Understand that there's a point where, in terms of how you're connecting, that emotion is not a good thing, because it begins to have a negative effect on your dog, because it's weakness to them. It becomes weakness because it's all emotion, and dogs are social animals, so they really share that type of depth of connection where it translates into behavioral issues. I connect the dots very clearly with this stuff. So but it's about understanding about, you want to embrace a process, just like being a parent, that's going to align properly, that's going to advocate properly, going to change perception of the dog properly. So again, I encourage, if you have questions, contact me. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I'm here to help people. I do love dogs the right way, okay? And when I say the right way, it means that I want to make sure that both dogs and owners are in a good place, are in a happy place, where both of them can feel secure in the relationship, not be dealing with all these different behavioral issues. Because again, you want to be able to enjoy your dog, take your dog places. You want to take your dog, you want to go out, to wherever. And it's no greater feeling than being able to do that and being secure in doing that, not feeling like you're walking on eggshells until another dog comes out or something happens. That's no way to live your life. Okay, so again, you want to be able to enjoy your dog and bond at a deeper level. Well, this system of training does that. Contact me. We'd be more than happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.